crashed again because it hates me for some reason. Ugh.
Nice.
Okay, get all my ammo back. And my sanity back.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, everything's running again. I don't get it. Why the game keeps doing this to me. The stream, I mean. Like, past couple of days, it's just been fucking with me. Like, it doesn't want to broadcast anymore. I don't know. But yeah, to answer an earlier comment, yeah, apparently this part is brutal on the harder difficulties, in which case, I don't doubt it, because, honestly, Drake's Deception has the most unfair amounts of bullshit deaths that I think I've seen in the series so far. Like, it's too cinematic to the point that it kind of forgets it's a game half the time. I don't know. And I've pretty much died on almost every part of the game, major act of the game. No 75 kill survival trophy yet. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Melvin, come back here, you son of a bitch!
Running after him again. Uh-oh. Dead people.
You're dead! You hear me? You're dead!
I want him dead! I want him fucking dead! I want his house burned to the ground! Yup. Mind games. You should have drank the water, Drake. It's not real. It's, spiders.
Oh, no.
No. No, 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 no. I am not fucking with this.
You can't be happy.
You eight-legged freaks. What is this League of Shadows bullshit? Hey, we haven't been here since the beginning of the game. Will he actually jump? Hey, he jumped. He jumps this time. Oh no. Deja vu.
No. 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 No.
No. Stay away, please. Oh, God. Oh, no. What is this?
Yeah, hallucinogen. Anything back here, or... Oh, yep, I see a haze. Z object. Treasure. Oh, with a crescent moon on it. It's upside down, though. Or onto its side, however you want to put it.
It's moving. I gotta get out. Gotta get out of here. No.
Hey, we were just here.
No. Can't do this. What is this? What's happening?
You're tripping balls, Nate. Like, Salim told you not even the night before, don't drink like the water was poisoned. And what does he do? He drinks the water. Like, really? Did the writer forget what he wrote like a scene ago? Oh, grenade launcher. This will be helpful. Or... nah, I'll go for it.
There's no way out.
Uh-oh. Jin.
Here. I'm gonna kill him. You killed Sully. I'll kill you. You killed Sully.
And I'm dead. That's great.
You killed Sully. I'll kill you. You killed Sully.
And I killed myself. Because I couldn't tell where anything was. What the fuck was that? Ugh. I've had enough of this horse crap.
You killed Sully. I'll kill you. You killed Sully.
Oh, they gave me more ammo. And more grenades. I'll take it. Okay, I'm tripping balls. Tripping balls. Where do I go? Oh.
Demons. Fire demons. What is that? Can't be real.
Oh, you... Ugh. And they can teleport. Great. And they got rid of my grenade launcher. Oh wait, there it is.
Demons. Fire demons. Demons. What is this? Can't be real.
Oh no, he teleported. Wait. RPG. Wait a minute. Was there a rifle? No, that's a pistol. Hey ho, hey ho. Uh-oh. This looks like a fight's gonna happen here. Yep.
Oh, it can't be real. Can't be real.
Nope. It ain't. Oy vey.
Smokeless fire. Killed Sully. Oh, it can't be real. Can't be real. Yeah.
Dead again.
Smokeless fire.
Yeah, fuck this rifle's not.
Killed Sully. Oh, it can't be real. Can't be real. Get out. Gotta get out.
Dead again. Yeah.
Smokeless fire. Killed Sully. Oh, it can't be real. Can't be real.
Dead again.
Smokeless fire.
Ugh.
Killed Sully. Oh, it can't be real. Can't be real. Get out. Get out.
Get the cover, you idiot. Heal. Oh, he's dead. Can't tell sometimes. Ugh. Yeah, the M3's not working. I need something better, like this rifle. And this pistol. Will the shotgun work? I don't know. I'll give it a go just in case. Lord knows this will work. And I don't know if the Gmaul will work. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Oh wait. No need for this. I'll take this.
Sully! Hey, Sully! No, he's dead. He's dead. Sully, I'm over here.
Marco.
Sully. No.
Polo. Okay. I guess we gotta go in the water. Don't teleport us or something. Marco. Polo. Or maybe not. No teleporting then. Game. I'd like a clue. Anytime now. Okay, maybe the wheel then. Huh, we're following myself. Found a Dragon Ball. Or not.
What? Oh my god.
Ugh. Looks like a bathhouse. Now I think about it. And there's its victims. Winged cat things. How do I get the feeling, you know, Sully's fine and Drake just lost his mind and ran away from him like an idiot because he got drugged from the water? Yeah, just to rephrase what I said earlier. Yeah, the game, this is less Drake's deception and more like Drake's torture, because the game, for whatever reason, Naughty Dog felt compelled to just physically torture the poor man, like in just about every scene he's in.
Oh, there they are.
Like, first the hallucination and the shoot in the quote death of Sully. It's like, Naughty Dog, why don't you just burn the man's house down while you're at it? Put him out of his misery. Okay.
It's over, Drake.
Nope. How did that miss? I don't even know anymore.
Incoming.
What the fuck? 30 kills with the sniper, and it missed anyway. How? I was shooting dead center, and it missed him. And I'm dead. Because of bullshit.
Flush him out. Oh crap.
I really, really do not like the grenade time mechanic at all. Like, your first instinct is to throw it back, right? Like in pretty much every other action game these days. But no, they have to add in a time mechanic for some reason. Because that makes perfect sense. Okay. Yeah, for those of you who are retuning into the stream, yeah, it conked out before. For whatever reason, I do not know why it keeps doing this.
Oh, great.
You first, dickweed. Ugh.
There we go.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Steady.
Grenade time.
No, no! You're dead.
No, don't go down. The fuck? Yep, he still does what he wants to do. 3 games in. Ah. Nah. I think I'll hold on to it. I think the gin part of the game is over. Now, the more I think about it. What the hell? Either that was Sully or they killed their own guy. Oh, it is Sully. Thank the Lord.
Oh, thank God. You all right?
I've had better
Man,
days.
I had a hell of a time. What's the matter with you?
How do I know you're real? Ow!
That real enough for you?
You drank the water too, you tell me.
Me again.
I saw them shoot you. Right after the eclipse.
What? What eclipse? Look, kid, you went nuts right after you drank from that fountain. It's the water. That's what destroyed the city. Not the wrath of God. The whole water supply is tainted with some sort of hallucinogenic agent. Must have drove everyone mad.
Yeah, and Solomon had the bright idea to toss it into the water.
Marlowe and Talbot are after.
Oh, man, yeah. Remember, Cutter said they controlled their enemies through fear. This'll do it. In spades. But, wait, it doesn't make any sense. How do they think they're getting the water out of here?
No, it's not the water.
It's
It's what's in the water.
Yup.
Come again?
The gin.
Listen, just bear with me for a sec. Salim told me that Aram was cursed when Solomon imprisoned the evil spirits of the jinn inside a vessel of brass and then cast it into the depths of the city.
A genie in a bottle.
I know, it sounds pretty crazy.
So you reckon that's why Elizabeth and Dee sent Francis Drake out here in the first place?
Yeah. It wasn't treasure they were after. It was power. Only once Drake realized what he'd been sent for, he abandoned the mission. He lied to the Queen, told her he didn't find anything, and then hid all traces of his voyage.
And then he went after El Dorado.
Rewrote history.
Where he died there.
Well, who are we to argue with Sir Francis? When you say we head down there and end this thing? Once and for all.
Yes, please. So, yeah, it just occurred to me. They're literally ripping off part of the plot of Batman Begins. I mean, think about it. Part of the plot of that movie was the League of Assassins, or Shadows, whatever the movie refers to them, but as taking, like, poison gas and, like, using it, you know, like a the fear toxin Scarecrow helped them make up, and poison, like, Gotham City's water supply, and, yeah, they were going to use it to, like, yeah, they poisoned Gotham City with fear toxin, and they were going to use that microwave thing to gas it in throughout the city. That's pretty much what Marlowe and her thugs are after. They're after something that'll
This place.
allow them to poison people and make them hallucinate.
We gotta find a way down there.
It's the plot of Batman Begins. It really is. They're just borrowing the MacGuffin from that movie and putting it in this game. Good thing or bad thing, I don't know. But if you haven't been living under a rock pop culture wise, it's kind of obvious to know that's what they're doing. Okay.
Give me a hand with this, kid.
Trying to, and the game is just refusing to. Oh. Okay. Why would it want a double triangle? Ugh. More creepy faces.
This is gonna get hairy. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, words of the wise. If you're gonna solve a problem, don't bottle it up and cause it into a place that you know is gonna make you even more trouble.
Amazing. This is how they move the water to the surface.
God, look at the ceiling here.
I'm surprised the whole place hasn't come crashing down yet.
I don't know how the hell it's still standing.
Yeah, they built it to last, apparently. But yeah, turns out taking a gourd of evil fire spirits and putting them into your water supply was not the brightest move in the history of decision making. That's like gathering up all the oil in a spill in a sea and then putting it in your own water supply. Like, why would you do that? I don't care how superstitious you are. Like, you had to have known that putting them in the source of your livelihood would come back to bite you in the ass at some point.
We gotta get across there.
Yeah, it just makes no sense to me, even for an ancient civilization. Okay.
Help me with this door.
Ah, a snake.
Shit, get down!
Oh, now what? Get down for what? Nobody's here. Oh, now he tells me. Poke your head out, poke your head out. Apophis. Yeah, that an Egyptian snake, technically deity, but that was the first thing it reminded me of. Nice snake, though. Jafar.
Keep your eyes open, Sully.
Yeah, I'm just calling it. This gun, the one that I'm using for the sidearm, best pistol in the game, as far as short to mid-range is concerned. Okay, I shot you in the head. How are you alive? Yeah, for whatever reason, a lot of headshots in this game just don't count.
Alright, all clear. Down this way.
I mean, it's not like Gears of War where you're fighting locusts and their hide is enough to deter their bullets for a bit. You're fighting regular human beings. In Uncharted 1, a shot to the head usually counted as an instant kill. Hell, at least with Uncharted 2 you could partially excuse it due to the fact that most of them were wearing helmets.
Ah, crap, Sully, we got more company.
This game, no, you're fighting guys in suits. James Bond wannabes. And I'm dead.
No!
Son of a bitch. Huh, even good at long range. Okay, about to run out in the grade, might as well switch. Oh, come on. What's in here? Oh, it's probably further down the...
Hunt him down!
Sure about that? Yeah, what is this way? I want to know. RPG. Oh, another bolt sniper. Yeah, I'll go for it. Why not? I really need another sidearm though. Running out of ammo for that. Yeah, why not?
Let's see what they're up to.
They're definitely
Huh.
going into the water.
Oxygen tanks.
Hey. Sweet. I'm holding on to this.
Is that a shotgun pistol? Has 3 barrels. I could be wrong. It reminds me of the one that, what's her name? Helena uses in Resident Evil 6. Yeah. I think that's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong.
Sully, help me with this. We gotta get through here.
Never played Resident Evil 6. Did watch part of it though, and I didn't really like what I saw. It's like they tried to make it into Gears of War and failing at it. Well, we're definitely gonna be in a big area. Lot of cover.
There's the central cistern. That's where they're gonna be. You ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
This is the bridge they were crossing. Must be where they're headed.
So we're in the city's water supply. Will there be a boss fight or not? Let's see. Will we get to see Jen, or
You gotta
will...
be kidding me.
We gotta take that thing out. Any ideas?
Well, they sure as hell got us outnumbered. Let's split up. Try to flank them.
Yeah. Better odds that way.
Stealth. Well, this is gonna... this is gonna be a disaster.
Damn it, where is he?
He gets captured, doesn't he? Yep,
Sully.
it was a disaster.
Sully!
Oh no. Huh. The gourd with the gin. Oh, it's a rocket pistol.
No!
What? We don't get to see what's inside the jar? Boo.
Come on, we've gotta go! Run!
Well, that's anticlimactic.
Come on! Please tell me you didn't swallow any of that water.
I don't think so. Jesus. This is why we can't have nice things.
Come on, we gotta move.
I have a nickel for every time you say
Keep them away from Marlowe! Everybody out! What's with these guys? Don't they know we're gonna get buried here?
something tells me they don't care.
I sure
Nope.
as hell do.
Aim. How'd I miss? That guy.
We gotta find a way out of here.
Okay, where's the guy with the rocket launcher? Where is he? There he is. Smile, you son of a... Come on. Heal, heal. Ugh. Yeah, that's anticlimactic. We don't see what's inside the jar. We saw what was inside El Doramo. It was freaking Mesoamerican Imhotep. 2, we saw the Chintamani resin and who it poisoned. This, nah, we don't see what's in the jar and what's the cause of the poisoned water. It feels anticlimactic, honestly.
Sully, this way! We gotta get out of here! Come on, I need your help.
Hell, we didn't even explore even 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, we didn't even explore an hour's worth of the city. We just came in. Amy's going haywire. Going up, I think. If Drake would climb.
Over here, Sully. Up this way.
Anything over here? Nope. I just found an alternate way.
How are we gonna get out of here? Wait, the gears! Sully, we're gonna have to ride these up, alright?
I more or less figured it out by accident. I was looking for treasure. Oh, you kidding me? What? Ow! Wait a minute. There's a ladder up there. Ugh.
Up here! Look out!
Now what? Okay, who's doing it?
This is the way out!
You!
Drake!
Uh-oh. Quicksand.
Mono! I can't reach!
Come on, kid. I'll pull you up.
Well, she's gonna die a slow, agonizing death.
Drake? Are you worthy of the name? Earn this, as Francis earned it from Elizabeth. Prove your greatness.
I got nothing to prove.
Hurry, give me a hand.
You can't just let her die!
The hell he can't. They give me a goddamn hand.
Here! Grab it!
What the hell are you doing?
I can't.
It's no good. Get the hell out of there.
Hold on!
Yup.
Oh!
Nate!
No!
She's going 6 feet under. Painfully, slowly, agonizingly. Ugh. Yeah. quicksand. Not a good way to go.
Hurry it up!
Sully, we gotta get out of here. The whole place is coming down.
Three goddamn bullets! How the hell
This is gonna be better than the Shambhala escape. Oh yeah, it's the New Orleans of Arabia. Yeah, build it in the middle of a giant sinkhole. See how that works. City Planning 101. Never build it in a sinkhole. Louisiana or otherwise. No. Oh.
Up this way.
Thought he missed it all of a sudden. Tall butt. Oh, get out of here, you. Oh. You want to do this now, buddy boy? Come on. Let's dance. Oh. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Beat his ass. Beat. What? I pressed triangle. No. Oh. Circle. No. No throat for you, boy. Get off me. Oh. Oh, damn it. No. Triangle. Geez, you're giving the Jack Crowler fight and Resident Evil 4 a run for its money. Ugh. Going a little long, don't you think? Yeah. Uh-oh. Going down. Are you kidding me? I pressed it. Triangle or circle, triangle or circle. Which is it?
That'll teach you to bring a knife to a gunfight.
No, you brought the gun to the knife fight is what you did. Oh, no. Climb, Calamity Drake, climb.
Hold on! Time to end this, you son of a bitch.
Fall over. You can do it. Ugh. Thought he'd never go down.
Thanks, kid. Get up here.
Bye-bye, mates.
No good. Can't make it.
Yay.
Salim! Buddy! Get on!
Magi.
Come on! Yalla!
You missed everything, by the way. Ugh.
My God.
Yeah, Maui. So much for immeasurable wealth, huh?
Well,
It's not much, is it?
it's enough.
Yeah.
And there goes Ubar, gone forever. Arabian Nights, Arabian Drakes.
Hey, hold up a minute, Nate.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I just got something needs saying, that's all.
All right. What is it?
Look, I had a lousy father, a lousy childhood. I hit 40, I figured I was never gonna have a son of my own. Hell, I never wanted one. What the hell do I know about raising a kid?
And Nate came around.
Then you came barreling into my life.
Look, you don't have to.
No, listen, I do. I have made a lot of mistakes, kid. A lot. And, well, I am not a perfect man.
He saved the ring.
You're not proposing, are you, Sully?
Oh, wait.
I mean, I love you, but...
Stop. Just stop being a wise ass for 1 second.
No,
How long you been carrying that around?
it's
Too long.
Drake's ring. At first I thought it was Francis Drake's ring. Nope, it's his wedding band.
Thought I'd lost it.
Here's the thing, kid. We don't get to choose how we start in this life. Real greatness, it's what you do with the hand you dealt.
Yep. Life decisions. Your choices make them.
Hey,
Hey. Going somewhere?
maybe? I'm really sorry about your ring.
It's all right. I swapped it for something better.
Aw. So are they gonna stay together this time?
Let's get out of here, huh?
Yeah.
What? No kiss?
Come on, we're this way.
But
Come on. Trust me.
what are you up to? No way.
It's not as nice as the one you two wrecked 4 years ago, but it'll
The
do.
seaplane from
Come
before.
on. Let's see if I can remember how to fly the goddamn thing.
He got a new one.
Hey, this has parachutes, right?
Yeah.
3.
More or less.
And that's it. That is Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Phew, what a weird journey this one was. I have to say, I'm conflicted with this game. First off, let me get the things I did like. I felt the shooting in the game was a lot tighter than it was in Uncharted 2. I felt with Uncharted 2 it was a bit oddly more challenging to aim and be accurate than it was, oddly enough, than the first game. Although I did have issues where, despite aiming for the head, bullets, enemies would not die for whatever reason. But that's a minor little issue. In terms of visuals, it looks great. I'd say slightly better Uncharted 2, most definitely. And from the facial animations to, hell, I could even see sun reflection in the horse's eyes at the end. The character models definitely looked, at least for Drake and Elena and Sully, definitely looked great. The environments were, and the puzzle rooms were beautiful, especially. And speaking of the latter, puzzles way more than in the previous two Uncharted games. I would say out of the original trilogy, Uncharted 3 is the most puzzle focused out of all of them, and I really liked the ones that they had. They were definitely brain teasers in a lot of respects. With the only one that I did not like being the last one in Lord Godfrey's crypt, where you had to match the blocks, on top of each other. I didn't like that one because the solution made no sense. They want you to play matchup, and that's what I tried to do, and some of them were made sense, and the last one didn't. So yeah, most of the puzzles, increased puzzle focus, I liked it. Definitely enjoyed it. And I definitely liked that they brought Sully back and had him be more of a focus in Uncharted 3. Like, Uncharted 2, he skips town after within the last act of the last of the first act, and you never see him again until the very end. And this, they pulled a switcheroo where he is of great importance, and they iron out his relationship with Nate a little more, like a whole father-son relationship, which I liked. Now, this is where I start going to the bit of the negatives. First off, when it comes to the gameplay, I still think in regards to the platforming, they still have issues with Drake's direction. There are still many times where Drake just kind of goes and wobbles off in a different direction than when you want him to do. That's still a bit of an issue. And as I mentioned, there were times where the aiming, despite, aiming, say, for the head or whatever, shots don't kill enemies like they should. That I found to be kind of annoying. In terms of technical issues, this Uncharted 3 has the most. I'm sorry, it really does. Uncharted 1, yeah, everything looked and felt awkward at first, but nothing was fundamentally broken. Like, headshots were headshots. Drake would climb and grab onto things most of the time. It was not a broken game. Not at all. Uncharted 2 was definitely, for the most part, a glitch-free game. Most of the errors I found in that game were either my own fault or due to bad game design. And of which I mean cinematic moments. Like, there'd be parts in both that game and in this game where you'd be running forward, the camera would be placed in front of you, and you cannot tell what's going on. But in Uncharted 3, there was just a lot of unexcusable glitches. Like, there's several points where Drake is supposed to, jump into an area, and he just will not grab onto the designated surface. Like, there were multiple times in the beginning, like in the flashback, I'm trying to jump onto a ledge, Drake won't grab the ledge. And in the previous part that I did yesterday, I'm supposed to jump onto and grab one of the chandeliers in the entrance to Ubar, but instead of grabbing it, he just glitches onto the thing and falls down. Like, he doesn't even bother to grab onto it. And it just turned what should have been a simple puzzle into a colossal headache. And speaking of headaches, the game is frustrating at shootouts. They pile everything onto you in this game, like to the point that it gets less fun as it goes along. Like Uncharted 1 and even 2, they were hard. They were challenging games, most certainly. But at least it didn't feel like they were deliberately trying to punish you. With this game, I don't think I even survived getting past 75 enemies for the Survivor trophy, if there is one in this game. I don't doubt there. I would be surprised, honestly, if there wasn't one, given it was there in the previous two. And speaking of punishment, I said this before, but seriously, this is probably the most Drake bashy out of all the Uncharted games. Like 1 and 2, yeah, part of the game's charm was Drake going through a bunch of these silly situations and watching how he crawls out of them. With 3, it just feels like a Drake torture porn. Like just about the game pulls whatever opportunity it can to like torture the poor man. It's like he can't even catch a break. Like we're barely 2 minutes into the airport part, and a window crashes down on and crushes his fingers. Like, can you not get Naughty Dog? Can you not give the poor man a break? Like, can we just burn his house down and get it over with? Like, seriously. And this is probably my other... Oh, and speaking of... Oh, I almost forgot, in regards to the combat, the grenade throwing. I like and I hate it at the same time. I like that they allow you to throw grenades back. It's a natural evolution to the gameplay. It really is. But for whatever reason, Naughty Dog hamstringed it by putting in a timing mechanic. Like, between the dozens of enemies swarming you from different directions, was it really a good idea to add a timing mechanic to the grenades? I highly doubt it. It just makes it doesn't make it hard, it just makes it frustrating. Like, if you're in most other games, if a grenade gets thrown back at you, especially in this day and age where a lot of games add throwback features, your first instinct is going to be throw the grenade back as soon as possible, not wait for the damn thing to blow up. Not even modern Call of Duty games are turpentine swillingly retarded enough to do that. And honestly, they shouldn't have done that. I got used to it, yes, by the end, as you saw, but only after a long-ass time. Like, for a while, I was just running away from the grenades, because that's what I was used to. And trying to do instinctively, grab the grenades and throw them back, and only to have it backfire was just apprehensive to me. I didn't like that. In regards to how the game is presented, I would say this is the most cinematic of the 3 Uncharted games by far. One had a few of it I would say was the most gameplay heavy out of all of them. And then you had 2, which added a few of those moments, but for the most part of those cinematic, oh my god, this is awesome moments, but they kept them relatively few and far between. They didn't bombard you with them. With 3, I felt they overdid it. Like, there were way too many moments where they pull some kind of stupid cinematic Michael Bay moment. And there were times where I forgot the game was actually in game mode because I thought there was a cutscene going on, like when the airplane gets destroyed and Drake has to go onto a crate in order to get the parachute. I did not think that was actual gameplay at first. I thought I thought it was a cutscene. It's like Naughty Dog couldn't make up their minds on what they wanted to do. Like, Naughty Dog, I don't play games to play a movie. I play a game to play a game. If I wanted to play a game like a movie, I would play The Walking Dead. And I'm not a fan of that particular formula. So, I don't know what they were trying to do. If anything, it just made the game even more frustrating, especially in certain parts where, like I said, you're running from stuff, but the camera just goes into movie mode and you can't tell what the hell is going on or what you're even supposed to do. Like, there was one moment where the ship was sinking, I was supposed to jump, but I couldn't tell that's what I was supposed to do because of how close up the camera was to everything. And speaking of, in regards to the story, I like and hate it. I'm kind of disappointed in it, honestly. Like I already mentioned, I like what they were trying to do with exploring Sully and Nate's past. I liked that. But everything else is kind of disappointing. Like, it pulls a switcheroo in regards to who's in the game. Like, Uncharted 2, like I said, you had Sully for, like, the first couple of chapter or couple of chapters, and then he just tuned out for the rest of the... In this game, you have Sully back, but we lose Chloe halfway through the game. If not a third of the way through the game, in all honesty. And then we have a new guy named Charlie Cutter, who I actually was enjoying in the game until he breaks his leg and disappears. Like, what? Why would you introduce a character and then take him away? It's like the PlayStation version of the Jurassic Park movies. Like, everyone's there on the first go around, but then they like interchange with the sequels. Except in the annoying kind of way. At least in those movies, you could take them individually by their own stories in regards to the characters. Whereas in this, they just introduce him, or bring him back, but then they take him away all of a sudden. It's like, no, I don't want them to go away. And Graham McTavish, really, you couldn't have done something about, bouncing out this in The Hobbit. He better come back in another Uncharted game, one with Chloe, since it's unlikely we're ever going to see Nate again after Uncharted 4. I really want him to come back, see what more they can do with him, because I was very disappointed that they dropped out and we never see him again. And as of now, I don't think he's been shown in another Uncharted game since. And also, another thing, boss fights. There are none in this game, which completely disappointed me. Like Uncharted 1, you had Navarro, horrible fight. Uncharted 2, you had two helicopter bosses, a tank chase, which of course you destroyed piece by piece, which of course you ran away from, but then fought and destroyed by the end of it. You had the one guy in the train coach, who I said in that playthrough I didn't like, but then you had the final fight with Lazarevich. In this game, which is the boss fight? I'm not gonna count the ones with the big guys, because those come and go with the regular enemies, and the only way you can kill them is through melee. The only one in this game is Talbot. And how do you defeat him? With a melee, and with a quick time infused melee sequence, like the game was trying to do its own version of the knife fight between Leon Kennedy and Jack Crowler, whatever the fuck. in Resident Evil 4, and also the knife fight in the 2008 Turok game. And coming off of Uncharted 2 and into this, it's extremely disappointing. Hell, I would even go as far as to say the ending is anticlimactic. Like, we're barely in Ubar for even a good length of the game compared to Shangri-La. And how does it get blown up? How does Ubar get blown up? You shoot the jar, a couple of grenades go here and there, and that's it. That's the end of the game. The whole city goes down from there. It did, like, disappointing. You're not even there long enough, and it takes that little bit for the whole thing to come down. Really? Really? And we don't even get to see if the Jinn are real or not. Like on Uncharted 1, we saw what was in El Dorado. A diseased corpse that made everything turn into rabid zombie creatures. Uncharted 2, that we were shown what the Chintamani Stone was really sap from a highly evolved tree that was pretty much making everything around it into slaves, pretty much, to protect it. 3, yeah, Arab fire spirits in a jar poisoning water that was stupidly thrown into its water supply. And we never even get to see what's in there, with the only exception being the only supernatural thing in the game are the spiders. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the spiders were creepy, and I did like that, the added scare factor. Oh, and definitely the horror tone in regards to the fate of Ubar. Like in some of the puzzles, they hint at it. But yeah, it is still disappointing to me regardless. We never get to actually see what's inside that gourd, since pretty much everything was more or less explained, or at the very least you could interpret it as such. So yeah, Uncharted 3, slightly improved gunplay, greater focus on puzzles, add more fleshed out storyline in regards to Drake and Sully, but an overzealous cinematicness to the gameplay, plus dropping fan favorite characters halfway through the game needlessly, and just a lot of technical glitchery and nonsensical writing and game organization here and there just kind of hampers it. I don't hate the game. I dare say I like a good chunk parts of it. I think if you want a good example as to how the game's cinematic moments actually were good, it was the horse chase with the convoy. That was great. That was the best cinematic gameplay different moment in the entire game. All the other ones were just like, and not to mention the game's incessant, obsessive, compulsive need to torture Nate, no matter how much or whenever, just got annoying after a while. So yeah, I don't hate it. I like a good chunk of parts of it. I enjoyed playing it, but compared to Uncharted 3, it is a considerable step down in a lot of ways, and I can definitely see how it may be disappointing for others. Some probably may love it. I personally don't. I do like some things about it, but for the most part, it's definitely, in my opinion, does not come close to Uncharted 2's level of quality. So, overall, my rating for all 3 original Uncharted games on the Drake collection: 2 is the best, 1 is Among Thieves is the best, Drake's Fortune is the second best, and Drake's Deception is the worst. And by that I mean like the least good out of the trilogy. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. It's only slightly above average in comparison to the other two. That's all. And I definitely enjoyed playing all three of these Uncharted. And in retrospect, I definitely enjoyed playing all three of the original trilogy of Uncharted games. And I may certainly get them for the Game of the Year versions for PS3 since those versions have like extra content. And yeah, most of it multiplayer, but I'm pretty sure that there's a little more than that. Like I know there's an Eye of Indra motion comic for 2, I believe. But as far as first-time experiences are concerned, I definitely enjoyed going beyond the first game and seeing what I missed over the past several years. And I definitely look forward to getting Uncharted 4 and continuing from that into Lost Legacy, since, funny enough, I already have that game. Bought it for like $20 over the holidays. And that'll be it for Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, and by extension, the Drake Collection on PS4. I definitely enjoyed it. First game, I loved going back and playing again, even after all these years, despite its hiccups. 2, I really enjoyed. 3, I liked playing, but definitely it falls short of the second one. If you never played the first 3, definitely don't miss out on the Drake Collection. If anything, I recommend it pretty well. And I can't wait to come back into this universe with Uncharted 4 eventually. So yeah, for now, this is Metal Levite Alex. If you liked my playthroughs of this game, as well as the previous 2 Uncharted games, definitely give me a comment. See if you liked my gameplay, and if you haven't yet, subscribed, and if you definitely enjoyed it, like. And I look forward to bringing more content this way soon. And yeah, thank you, God bless, and good night. And I hope you enjoyed my playthroughs. And I will be coming back soon with another game. Peace out.